everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Oakland Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in Week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. Washington's got it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. Complete to Washington. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around. Really
confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Play action. Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Flush to his right. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
3rd and goal. Mariota steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. 4th down, Mariota. Trying to hit the tight end Bennett, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got time. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he's brought down after a good gain. It goes as a pickup of 23. And the Saints are going to get a first down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Rodgers now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Macklin. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good game. They get 31 yards that time. And the Saints are set up now with a first and goal.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Antonio Gates from 4 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now, because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers. But those guys that can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Mariota on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On first and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to look deep down the field and almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Second down following the incompletion. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of just been driving on those paved roads.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack there. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Now it's Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. He's got time in the pocket. And the Raiders have got him.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Returnable for Thomas. A beautiful fake. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. Another pistol look here. First down, Mariota. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So we've reached halftime here on, well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Second half starts with a run by Murray. Oh, he shifts past him. And there's a flag on the field.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On first down, Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Rodgers again now. Finding time. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-0. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. 15 yards there on this.
Well, there's another example of what Marcus Mariota brings to the game. Sweet feet that elude sticky situations. He knows how to get outside the pocket and get downfield. Last year as a rookie, he showed us exactly how to do it and do it well.
Derrick Henry, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Mariota flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The 15 yards there on the scramble and a 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Time running out here on the play clock. And they're not going to get this one off. Time. It'll be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Following the penalty now, Lacey. And a short gain down to about the 33. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Penalty marker is down here. And he's got Fitzgerald.
Holding. Defense.
And you as a former defender should know that the referees are watching this closely. Defensive holding.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys. But in this case, they were strict with the rule.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try to throw now. Mariota being chased out left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And Mariota still down. Remember, he had the knee issue in college. Hope it's not that. It's slow to get up. So a tough break here. Mariota out. And they will bring on the rookie, the 6'7" youngster from Memphis, Paxton Lynch. And his first throw here is incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. And that's going to make it 4th down. On now, Chris Boswell. He was 29 of 32 in the field goal department last year as a rookie. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's got Bennett. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Partner, we're watching a game on the gridiron, but a sandlot contest is...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Kelvin Benjamin from 13 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just a go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side.
Back now here live in New Orleans, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The rookie from LSU, Deion Jones, in there to drop his man and pick up his first career sack in his first career game. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rodgers to throw on second down. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down. So second down, 3 yards to go now. On second down, here's Rodgers. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dante Moncrief, 56 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And there's a flag on the play. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
On first and 10, it's Lynch. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Kelvin Benjamin, 84 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Another pistol look here. Throwing now is Rodgers. Right side catch. This is Gates. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So the chains are on their sides. It's first and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints add on to their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Here's James. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Lynch to throw, surveying the field. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. Second down.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
That escapes the sack. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Sylvester Williams in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Lynch. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordan Matthews, 59 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The Raiders defense getting ready. They can stop the clock 2 more times here. We'll see how they play it.
And a lot of people are wondering, what do you do in that sequence? Well, you're looking ahead and you're saying, get a stop, timeout. Get a stop, timeout. You're out of them at that point, but you try and save as much as possible because you know they're going to try and run the clock down on offense, and you want to make sure they're trying to do it on 3rd down as opposed to 1st or 2nd.
Right, so use those timeouts quick.
Use them quick because you're really hoping in that sequence somewhere you actually create a turnover and take the ball away.
A handoff. It's Murray. And able to push his way forward here. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3rd down now following the run. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 3rd down, Murray. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, look at that on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And the Raiders pick it up. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do.
Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot on for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They will take the knee, and it means a great start to their 2016 campaign. A win here in Week 1. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in... Well, Week 1 behind us now. Always tough to start the season on the losing side.
It is, but you know, the teams that know how to recover, that understand it's just Week 1, are the teams that will sustain and end up having a good season.
So for New Orleans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start.
The players on your team earned... Kick off your week by installing your game plan. Kick off your week by installing your game plan. An offensive and defensive game plan has been pre-selected. Each week you can, once you have made your game plan and focus. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Oakland Raiders. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in Week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now out of Arizona State. It's Brock Osweiler.
There's been plenty made about his background as a big-time basketball player coming out of high school, but it's the reasons why that I focus in on. The footwork. At his size, having those feet, ability to move around, slide in the pocket, throw on the run, that's helped make him one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The lines move there, look like nobody open, now second down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Play action. Now Osweiler. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Hill in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business. Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Thomas. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their 6'7" quarterback out of Memphis. It's Paxton Lynch.
And there's no getting around it. When you first look at Paxton Lynch, you see his height. You see 6'7". You can't get past it. But don't think that he's immobile. This guy has great footwork, quick feet, and moves around really.
And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 38 yards. Good enough for an Oakland first down.
Really good recognition of the offensive line of the blitz. They picked it up, allowed for more time to throw the ball deep downfield, and a big-time completion.
Now it's Lynch. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. In the red zone this time.
Anytime you call man coverage against Larry Fitzgerald, you're really holding your breath as a defensive guy, because his ability to run such precise routes and use that big frame that he has, that body against you, it's going to be very difficult to break passes up against him.
Yeah, when you make 9 Pro Bowls in your first 12 years, you might want to give him a little bit more coverage than that.
Yeah, it's not just athletic ability. He's a thinking man's receiver as well.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. Sliding out of the pocket. Stays on his feet. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie is one of those tall corners that fools you with his ability to change directions. DRC can play.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. From the gun on third, trying to hit the tight end Bennett, but it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. 20, 10, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's James. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on off.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dwight Lowry. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back with a draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
Play action. It's Osweiler. He gets it to Brown. Complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of it.
Rashad Jennings, he's all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Rashad Jennings, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter.
Babe, show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this all white fit.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
He got a thing for a Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish? I told him it ain't to practice it. I'm about to fill you up with Spanish. Walk up with the click and I ain't looking like the side in this. I'm the opposite cause I'm the main event in boxing and it has the time been ticking. I've been out here playing my position. I'm about to get it now. Ain't no one about to block my hit cause someday I'm gonna someone tell me I'm someone doing alright, doing alright. Somewhere, but not tonight though. Hey, I'm only here for a minute.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on...
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Oakland Raiders. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now out of Arizona State. It's Brock Osweiler.
There's been plenty made about his background as a big-time basketball player coming out of high school, but it's the reasons why that I focus in on. The footwork. At his size, having those feet, ability to move around, slide in the pocket, throw on the run, that's helped make him one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run. Here's Osweiler. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Joe Hayden is a complete cornerback. He tackles, he covers, and does everything with incredible speed.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the shotgun, Osweiler. He's got time. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And tough starting field position here.
Here we go now.
Here's Lynch down around the goal line. Forced out to his left. Roy Miller able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
All right, now look at 56. Gone.
On 2nd down, here's Lynch. He's got time in the pocket. Buying time to his left. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now Brown. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Gronkowski, slot left.
Let's go. 3-19.
They run again with Jennings. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. Game.
They come out here in the eye. 3rd and 2. Now Osweiler. And able to find John Brown. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play. When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Osweiler finding time. He's going to launch, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Antrell Roll with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'll tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And this one complete to Greg Jennings. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Patrick DeMarco, the fullback, the one he was looking for. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Out to the flat for Lacey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now it's Lynch. And some space here. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Only one score in the first quarter, and it came from the defense. 2-0 is our score, and we're back ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Now Lynch on 1st down. A dump off to Lacey. And he's brought down. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that'll be good for an Oakland 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get it.
Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Oakland. 45 yards. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
They took a shot downfield towards the end zone, and he came up with a big-time catch, but he was tackled a little bit short of the goal line. Now the defensive guy.
And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Paxton Lynch, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now it's Jennings. A big pickup there on the run. 36 yards.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? Is patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, oh, he's come alive, and in a big way, now he's starting to gallop.
Jennings. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. On 3rd down, Osweiler surveying the field. Drops it off in the flat to Jennings. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He's got time. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Barry Cofield in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. On comes Josh Brown for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing him, at least in terms of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them, their kicker came to the rescue and made sure they got something out of that drive after all.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Muscles him off. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Here's Lynch. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here we go on fourth down with Lynch. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Bennett. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They'll throw on first down with Lynch. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. Now, never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Again, it's Lacy. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Again, it's Henry. And an alley to run. The 20. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 39 that time.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want. But the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Eddie Lacy, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Osweiler, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's brought down after a good game.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They go play action now. Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And this is back to a 5-point game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. They juked him. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Lacey. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a third and about 13. And now they're in the hurry-up. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment, defense. Still third down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. One back is Lacey.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action with Lynch. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. 18 yards there and a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're ready now for 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. Well, partner, you might want to tear up your scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Lacy, and he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They run it again with Lacy. A strong running. And he's brought down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They'll run it with Lacy. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They come out here in the eye. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Lacy. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Eddie Lacy with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside in 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Underneath for Jennings. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Osweiler. And able to find John Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Second and 10, it's Osweiler again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback, Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start, offense.
Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Now it's Osweiler. Escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Hill in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Osweiler. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Sean Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on 1st down. And complete on the right side to Bennett. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. 2nd down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Now a pitch out to Lacey. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play.
Here we go now.
They stay on the ground on 1st down with Lacey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Oh, Lynch going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. One back is Lacey. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. All right, Charles, so you win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column, you get some momentum for the coming week.
Now
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Raiders going up against the Titans. With that, let's get up to Tennessee. We're standing by in Nashville, our Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Oakland Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They run. It's Mark Ingram, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. On second down, Palmer. He dumps it down to Ingram. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And just like that, it's third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he's able to find Diggs. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. They find some open field here. They give him a gain of 38.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now Palmer on 3rd and long. He's got time in the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Holding offense. That penalty is declined.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball. Put points on the board first and let everyone start to celebrate.
And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
Detroit!
They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. You think back at Alabama, he was there, Ingram was there, Richardson all at the same time. Boy, they produced some backs, haven't they?
They do. They are run-heavy, and backs are attracted to that. They know they're going to carry the football often, and they'll get plenty of help from those big people up front.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And runs like that, those are the ones that got Mr. Henry that Heisman Trophy a year ago.
Not only is he big, strong, fast, I love his agility and his vision. That's the reason he piles up the yards, and he definitely doesn't shy away from carries.
They'll get 19 yards there. Good enough for an Oakland first down.
What often gets lost with Eddie Lacy when he's playing at his ideal weight is his agility and his quickness. But in this case, he's putting that together with his power. And with these early runs, if you're on the defense side of the ball, you've got to stop that now or you're in for a long, long game.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Here we go now.
On the toss, here's Lacey. And the cutback to the, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Eddie Lacy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
All right now, 1-18.
On second down, Ingram. And he's got room. There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So out come the Raiders. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Now they'll toss out right to Lacey. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lynch. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Ayers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Get ready. 1-18.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now it's Palmer. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, the 2014 NFL leader as a rookie in yards per punt, Tress Way on to kick it. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. $12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Lynch to throw. And this one complete to Martellus Bennett. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Fresh set of downs here.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he pulls over it. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to Tennessee after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before that. They'll run. This is Lacey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now a toss, left side. It's Lacey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Holding offense. Still 1st down.
No. Check.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And some room to maneuver. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play, and it'll be second down.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
And he'll go down at the 28. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On the ground, this is Lacey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run. This is Lacey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Now they'll look to throw it with Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Their big tight end in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have retaken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime with a visiting rate. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. We focus our attention on the Titans defense now. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. Now it's Lynch. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Palmer will throw. Holmes has got it complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Wide, 18.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Eddie Lacy coming back onto the field now. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Taking pass. Now Lynch. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Oakland. 59 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And he's brought down. 10 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Raiders a 1st down. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Mea culpa time for me. When Eddie Lacy came out of college, I thought he'd be a good player, but I didn't know he'd have this kind of an impact on the game. As he goes, so goes his offense, and they're winning the game as a result.
I was going to say, they're both going pretty well right now, thanks to Mr. Lacy. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything. And
he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derrick Henry with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And Henry, obviously, with that very decorated career at Alabama, and now trying to carry that forward into the NFL with touchdown number 1.
And his last year at Alabama is when the odometer really turned over for him in terms of carries and production. He had split time before. He became the feature guy the last year. 28 touchdowns his last season at Alabama. He is an absolute force at his size.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's Tressway now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Martellus Bennett, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Second and 10. It's Lynch again. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
So here's 3rd and 20 with a long yardage. Defense going with a nickel look. And he fends him off. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Lynch to throw, and there's a flag on the field.
Defense.
It's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw. Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. Caught left side, Bennett. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And quickly, they get to the line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. On 3rd down, here's Lacey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Lacey. And some room to work. It's a pickup of 19, and it'll give the Raiders a first down. So last week, mostly ineffective. This week, what we're seeing very effective. What are you seeing that's different?
I think what I'm seeing is just a simple, everyone is on the same page. And I know it sounds trite, but I'm talking about all the guys up front with the blocking schemes, everyone at the point.
Now another timeout here called by the Titans. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Lynch is going to throw it. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Eddie Lacy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 4th down. Here's Lynch. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that'll be just about... And okay, Charles, a couple of wins now.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.